Now it's grainy, powdery texture. And you got plenty of onions and also some mushrooms in it to give it some volume and also some pepper. So since this is going to be my first meal for the day, I thought why don't we do a breakfast for lunch? You know, breakfast, especially eggs, have this ability, no matter what time of the day, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling a little tired, can instantly perk you up. Hi folks, hope you're doing well. I'm at the office and we are busy at work. I'm still working on my North Karnataka edits. I hope you've got the series. We've got about 14 or 15 episodes in all in the whole series. I think at this point we've probably released about 4 or 5, so still plenty more episodes to go. I'm also working on one of my motor vlogs. Haven't been releasing too many motor vlogs. I have 2 or 3 that I've already shot, but to be honest, haven't had the time to sit down and edit those vlogs. So it's about 1:45 in the afternoon and time for lunch. When I'm not shooting, I usually lunch at home if possible, a nice simple vegetarian lunch. But today the boss is away and I thought let's step out for lunch. And I feel like doing some eggs, having some eggs all day breakfast for lunch today. As you know, I don't do a breakfast. So since this is going to be my first meal for the day, I thought why don't we do a breakfast for lunch? So we've stepped out to breakfast lunch at this place called Hole in the Wall Cafe here in Koramangala, and we've done a Gourmet on the Road episode on it earlier. So in fact, if you haven't caught it already, you must take a look at that episode where I did a detailed tasting on most of the things that they have on their all-day breakfast menu. So of course, this is a place that's famous for its eggs, for the pancakes, the waffles, some burgers, sandwiches, and what have you. So any time of the day you feel like breakfast, Hole in the Wall Cafe is a popular haunt with people in the area and also people around. Usually the place is quite packed. If you visit on a weekend, you typically have to wait for a while. But because this is a weekday, I think we should be fine. Actually, come to think of it, I'm feeling quite hungry. My last meal was not even a meal last evening. We'll talk about that when we get to Hole in the Wall Cafe. When you're driving through Koramangala, which is where we are, you'll still get some sense of old Bengaluru. Of course, Koramangala is very different from, let's say, Jayanagar, which is very, very different because I think Koramangala is relatively much newer. But still, when you drive through these lanes and by-lanes, you still get a sense of old Bengaluru. And with the parks. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Nice to see it buzzing. In fact, I passed by on a weekend and I saw like a mob of people outside waiting for a table. So I said, okay, fine. I'm happy to see that things are back to where they should be.
I think people are tired now.
Yeah?
Get out.
How are you guys coping?
Okay.
Yeah?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Well, that was Lynn that we were speaking to. She's one half of the owners of Hole in the Wall Cafe. So it's Lynn and her husband Nathan who own the place. And you must take a look at the previous episode that we've done on Hole in the Wall Cafe for an extensive look at what the place is all about. But it's nice to see that the place is packed. I think every single table is taken. I think people are generally chilling out, having a good time, which is nice. It's not something that you see often these days, but certainly feels good in a manner of speaking. Kind of takes you back to the good old days. I think we took so many things for granted in life, and I think this phase, I think this year and a half or perhaps 2 years, by the time we probably will have a handle on things for sure, I think will teach us in the very least to value everything that we took for granted. Something like stepping out for a simple meal, just some eggs on toast, that's it, nothing fancy. Some guava juice to break my fast, that's fresh guava. the pink guava. So as I was saying earlier in the car, my last meal was lunch yesterday, and last night I just had some fruits and some dry fruit. So many of you keep asking me as to how do I balance things out. Like I keep saying, a lot of times there's a lot of fasting that I do in between my feasting. So when I'm not shooting gourmet on the road, lunch is usually very light. Not light, but it's usually some simple vegetarian sort of food at home. In the evenings, if I'm not shooting, most of the time I'm doing only raw food. So I'm doing some fruits, I'm doing things like cucumber, tomatoes, a salad, perhaps some dry fruits, etc. A glass of buttermilk always, almost always. So that's what I did last night, and which was roughly around 8:30. So it's 2:30 in the afternoon now, when I'm breaking my fast, my intermittent fast, with this glass of guava juice. So it's roughly about 18 hours that I've fasted since my fruit-based meal last evening. And if you look at my last proper meal, well, that was lunch yesterday. That guava juice feels good. You can taste the grainy pulpiness of the guava in this guava juice. So basically when you come here, it's the breakfast that you do all day. I think there are at least 20 combinations when it comes to eggs. Actually more. At least about 30 combinations when it comes to eggs. And then of course there's the waffles, pancakes, toasts, burgers, sandwiches, and what have you. But I feel like a omelette today. So in the meat stuffed omelette, do I also get some veggies in that?
Yeah, you can pick 2 veggies along with 1 meat. You can choose whatever you like to eat there.
Oh,
Some with brown bread and butter.
with brown bread and butter. So we'll do the meat stuffed omelette. What will you give inside that? Give me onion, mushrooms and cheese. Give me a chicken sausage.
Or along with this.
Yeah, in that omelette. You can stuff it all in, right? So we're going to do an omelette and also do some chicken liver on toast. That's a dish that I normally almost always have when I come here. Well, my breakfast lunch is here. So this of course is the loaded omelette with some chicken sausage. I think there's also some spinach that's crept in, some onions and mushrooms. And then I have the dish that I normally almost always have when I'm here at Hole in the Wall Cafe. This is the chicken liver on toast. For those of you who follow Gourmet on the Road, you know that I'm partial towards mutton most of the time. But I love the intense flavors of chicken liver. I love its grainy, powdery texture. And you got plenty of onions and also some mushrooms in it to give it some volume, and also some pepper. That feels good. The mushrooms convey a bit of its damp earthiness to that omelette. Actually, this is a loaded omelette. So if you have one of these omelettes, you don't really need anything else. I think that I was just being greedy. Greedy because I wanted to taste that liver. Get some of the eggs, get some of the sausage, onions, mushroom, and some spinach for good measure, just to bring up that health component. Some Amul butter, some makhan for the toast. Like that old saying goes, and a line that I've used a million times, butter makes everything better. You know, breakfast, especially eggs, have this ability, no matter what time of the day, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling a little tired, can instantly perk you up. What I also want to do is go for some of that liver on toast. Plenty of pepper that this liver is cooked in. And if you want a loaded bite of the liver, I love the way they cook the liver here. There's not too much that goes into it. I think there's some red chili powder too. But mostly it's the pepper with some onions just to make it a bit moist. And that's all that you need. Just the liver, some onions just to add that moisture quotient, along with the mushrooms to give it a bit of heft. a simple liver pepper fry. The only thing, because the flavor of the liver is quite strong, that chicken sausage in my omelette has a tough time registering its presence. It's a bit of a mess as I'm shuffling plates around, doing my best to enjoy this combination of the omelette with the liver on toast. And will also answer some of the questions that I've been asked. There was a time when I was much heavier than this, at least about 16-17 kilos heavier. And so when I decided that I wanted to lose some weight, so what I did was I began the whole process of intermittent fasting, which is what you've heard about. But I also went on an extremely low carb diet. And in the early days, many of my meals would typically look like this. So you had some egg, you had some veggies, you had some protein, and perhaps just a piece of toast on the side, just to give it some element of carbs. I would eat very little rice, eat mostly chapatis for my meals, but that is what was required initially when I had to really cut down a lot of my excess weight. So as I'm having this omelette with the liver there, it reminds me of those days, perhaps about 3 or 4 years ago. I didn't ask them for the spinach, but I'm thankful they've added some spinach in. At least it gives me a sense that I'm eating some veggies, some greens, along with this slightly indulgent eggs and meat breakfast. Get everything in my omelette in one bite. The eggs, the sausage, the onions, and perhaps some mushroom hidden in there somewhere. I think eggs any time of the day is such a mood and energy boost. I'm also tasting some herbs in that chicken sausage. Perhaps some rosemary somewhere, I'm not sure. When I tasted that liver first and the chicken sausage soon thereafter, I couldn't taste much of the chicken sausage. But now, as I've been eating plenty of the onions and the mushrooms, that in a manner of speaking has washed my palate, has cleansed my palate of the flavor of the liver. And now I can taste that chicken sausage to a certain extent. And I think I can definitely taste some herbs in that chicken sausage. And sure enough, there's some rosemary in that omelette. I love the moist crunch of the onions. Such a great palate cleanser. Time to turn our attention to that liver on toast. Give me liver any time of the day and I'm a happy man. And if the flavor of the liver gets a tad excessive, that's where the mushrooms come into play. Because the fleshy moisture of that mushroom helps in balancing against the rich flavors of that chicken liver. I can taste the warmth of the pepper and also the spice of that red chili on my tongue. And I think that mushroom along with the onions also helps in toning some of that spice heat. So in a meal like this, I would focus more on the eggs, more on the protein, the onions and veggies if any. The toast, well, it's there, perhaps a piece of toast or a toast and a half at the most. My attention though is completely on the liver and the mushroom and the onions. Well, that was a happy lunch. Needless to say, dinner is going to be a light affair. Some fruits and perhaps some nuts as well. Well, that was a satisfying, eggy breakfast for lunch. I enjoyed my lunch. I hope you enjoyed this vlog too. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, do consider subscribing. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.